Well, how y'all are? This is your buddy George Jones over here at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on 8. I got this old used gun. The old used gun I've got today is this guy. The Smith & Wesson, I think, 63. This Smith & Wesson, normally on a Smith & Wesson revolver, you will see the model designation in here on the inside of the frame. I don't find it. I can't find a model designation on this gun. But this is the kit gun. This is the Smith & Wesson 22 caliber J or I frame revolver that is commonly referred to as the kit gun. Now the kit gun started out, initially the kit gun started out in 1910. There was a feller by the name of Philip Burkhart who owned a gun distribution firm out in San Francisco. And this is in 1910. And he kept bugging Smith & Wesson over the years to produce the 32 hand ejector in 22 long rifle. You know, for trappers and gamesmen and woods loafers and people like me. And finally, in 1910, Smith & Wesson came out with a 22 caliber version of their small or medium frame hand ejector, and it sold very well. And Mr. Burkhart marketed it very well, and it sold very well up until the late 1920s, and it started to drop off after that. Of course, the 1930s come along, and Smith & Wesson just about went out of business because nobody was buying a high-end handgun during the Depression. There was so much military surplus and Spanish knockoff stuff floating around that nobody was really buying good quality Smith & Wesson revolvers. Of course, at the end of the Depression, we hit World War II, and there wasn't any civilian handgun manufacturer at all. No civilian firearms manufacturer at all. Nothing. Not even civilian ammunition manufacturer. Or civilian automobile manufacturer, for that matter. 1945, that all come down. By 1950, Smith & Wesson was back up on its feet pretty good in the civilian market, and 22 plinking and target shooting was really starting to take off. And they brought back out the small frame, what they intended to be a kid gun. Small frame 22 caliber double action revolver based on the J or I frame. And in 1950, the kit gun was born. Now, they didn't start calling this gun the kit gun in their catalog until about 1955. Okay, this was just one of the guns in their line. And over the years, the kit gun has been a pretty popular concept. They manufacture the kit gun variant in this style of gun, which they quit making in the mid-1970s. They manufactured it in 22 long rifle and 22 magnum. You could get it in nickel. It come in a 2-inch barrel, a 4-inch barrel, a 6-inch barrel. You know, you could get it in several variations and calibers between 22 and 22 magnum. You couldn't convert them yourself, you know, but you could buy a kit gun in 22 magnum. It's virtually the same size. With all of that having been said, this gun has a Tyler T-grip. Bug, really? A Tyler T-grip added to it, which makes it pretty cool. It gets them big beefy hands up there to where they fit that little J-frame banana grip a little bit better. And you can still get the Tyler. They still make it. I think this one's in cast aluminum. The ones they make now are like in nylon or something. It has fully adjustable sights on it. It has a nice big front blade on it, spur hammer. About the same kind of trigger that you find on a Model 36 Chief or a Model 60. Other than that, it's just a good old Smith & Wesson 22 caliber revolver. And let's load this guy up here with some auto match and see how it shoots. I'm going to shoot 6 rounds at a previously shot target down there. I'm going to shoot it at the, see if I can't get a group in at the 8 at 6 o'clock and see how it shoots. This gun is on loan to us for our purposes from Eddie R. Jones, my first cousin and factory rep for Apache Armaments. Let's try a 6-on single action and see how it actually shoots. I'm going to aim dead nuts for the 8 at 6 o'clock. And I see it down there. It's a little bit off to the right. I think that's it. I think that's it. Finally. Apparently expands them a little bit. Those were Aquila. Let's try auto match, or yeah, let's try some auto match. I had Aquila in at that time. Let's put some auto match in it this time. See if it shoots them a little bit better. I'm still evaluating this Aquila ammunition. I super extra. I bought a carton of it, and it works flawlessly in some things, and some things it don't. And it shoots straight in some things, and sometimes it don't shoot right. Of course, the differences between the gun and ammunition and so forth, performance issues between brands, makes, models, and designs. Shoots pretty good, this gun. All right, let's see if these eject. Oh, those eject much easier. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was pretty fun. Let's try 6 more just to make sure that it shoots good. We're going to try the old steel silhouette down there at 25 yards and see if we can hit it. I'm pretty sure we can. I don't see any problem with it. It's a beautiful little gun. Okay, steel silhouette at 25 yards on double action. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. This is an absolutely superfluous little gun. Here lately I've been exploring the value of a .22 long rifle caliber firearm as a defensive weapon. Well, let's go down here. Now, penetration test, ballistic test, gel test, and so forth. You know, I don't have the wherewithal to buy pre-finished blocks of gelatin and shoot them and then just throw them away. I'm trying to figure out some kind of a medium. Seems that gun shoots a little bit to the right, or at least a little bit to the right for me. And they're all down in here. That's 12 rounds down in there. But I hit that steel 3/4 chest center, or steel chest center, you know, 6 out of 6 shots on double action. So that's not too bad of a deal. It's question is, do you feel comfortable with it? If you feel comfortable with carrying a .22 long rifle gun as a defensive gun, I'm all for you. There ain't nobody out there looking forward to getting shot with a .22. I guarantee you. Oh, especially a Velociter or, you know, a Stinger. Smith & Wesson Kit Gun, 1950s era vintage. A new Smith & Wesson kit gun is called the Model 617, I believe. And it looks like something that would come out of an iron claw machine, something you'd win off a punch board. And the suggested retail of it is $649. I'm pretty positive, I haven't blue booked this thing or anything like that, but in today's market, with the popularity of this firearm still as it is today, this gun is worth somewhere around $500 or maybe a little more. You don't see this type around anymore. They're snapped up by collectors. That's where this one come from. And you just don't see them. They're just not out there for sale like you think maybe they ought to be. Well, all right then. That's about the size of that. Like, take, share, commentate, and subscribe. Got old Patreon link in the description there. If you want to drop $1 in the bucket on the way out the door, that'd be really great. If not, I'll continue to make content, and you guys can get to continue to watch it. All right then. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.